Hey guys, Divine LP back with some more Digimon World 4, and what's this? I have another new weapon and a new armor board because I reached level 37 off screen. Oh yeah. And sad to say, the Kuroge Maru was it's in cold storage now, never to see the light of day again. Anyway, last time we took on Lord Nightmon and got our last ID needed to move forward. And this time, we're gonna do just that. We finally have everything we need. And man, is this going to be one heck of a day. So what we want to do is we want to go over here and take this little step upwards. Want to move straight ahead. Because now that we have two IDs, or the two IDs from Machine Pit, we can exploration report number 21, Chief Leomon. What's that? Oh, it must be the new compiler ship that has been under construction in the Yamato server. You can move to the next area by flying the compiler ship, but you need 2 new ID passes. And we have those 2 new ID passes. Get on the compiler ship. Oh yeah. We're going to space! Let's do this. We've now made it to the mechanical core. So starting off, this is going to be another long one. Search report number 22. It's Chief Leomon. According to what they say, this is the mechanical core. It's the area that's in the deepest part of the server. The Digi-Elves were taken to that large dark core. Looks like the X-Rise is also propagating from there. That place is definitely the key to this mystery. So starting off, you see that switch up there? We want to make sure we hit all of the green switches. That will be able to open up the way forward. So now that I've reached level 37, this area should be easier to do / less of a hassle. So every time we hit the switch, stairs will come down and we can keep going up. So we want to hit every single green one so that something special will happen, or at least we can just move forward. I think there is like 3 or 4 switches on the first section. And occasionally there will be red switches that you don't want to turn on. Or at least you want to turn on, I think, one of them. If I remember correctly. But honestly, I like this final area. It really gives the whole like final area vibe to it. And just makes things, it just feels like everything comes full circle and feels like there's an actual end to everything. Okay, so I think if I put on... Okay, so I think I hit every single green switch on the first section. So now I can just head upwards and hit the next one. Yeah, you can see right there we're hitting over 100 now with every hit. A hook guitar. That is the next crush weapon you should get if you're racing Crush for whatever reason. So now we want to hit this, and now we'll go downwards, letting us move forward. But because we can't go up there just yet, we're gonna have to hit another switch. And it closes and goes back up. So what we have to do is, I think when we're up here, we have to hit a red switch. And or that switch. I have never figured out what that switch does. Honestly, I've never figured it out. Not once in my life have I figured it out. It makes it sound as if it did something, but I have no clue what it did. So I think now we want to put on a red switch. I think in the terms of the switch colors, I think green is quote-unquote positive and I think the reds are negative. Though I'm not really sure. Oh look, there's another report up there that I want to read. I think if I hit this, I can then go backwards and hit the green switch that was on this floor. Oh, come on. So the length of this video, I think I might end up splitting it into 2 parts only because this whole area is actually really long. So I'm not sure if I'm debating on whether or not I'll upload 2 videos at one day or if I'll just upload one on one day and then the second part on the other. Oh, I guess it just depends on how long this actually turns out to be, because I know how long this area is and it can definitely get very time consuming. Wow, did I one-shot him? Wow, almost 200 damage per hit. So now we can move forward. The downside about this area is the frames for this game do drop occasionally because of the amount of enemies that spawn, which kinda sucks, but it's not to the point where it freezes the game or just becomes unplayable. You just move away from them, the frames will clear up. And on that side, it looks like there would be another area for the core to come down on, but I don't know why it looks like that. But that's just me. Like right here, like it looks like a whole nother area should be coming down, but it just doesn't. Experience report number 23, Chief Leomon. Seems that the Digios were taken into that large black core. The XR is coming from there too. All the secrets are apparently inside there. The enemy is moving those magnetic steps in some kind of order. Oh wow, the core turns around and the tower on the top turns into a bridge. I see. Unless the balance of the magnetic power breaks, no one can enter inside. It looks like the number of magnets that are set on this side and the other side are different. I hope we can find out the exact numbers. Well, luckily for me, I did find it, and I can move forward into the core area. And oh boy, is this a core area. Because now, fan favorite Digimon, Imperial Digimon Dragon Mode, Mega Crusher, Dragon Digimon that existed ages ago, with ultimate power. Exploration report number 24, Chief Leomon. I'm finally at the center of the unknown server. I don't know who these enemies are, but I can't just let them go. I will defeat the enemy and save the digital world. I'm willing to sacrifice myself for it. Well, you certainly did so, and that's why I'm here. So moving forward, now we have pure Mecha 3s and Infernmon. And oh man, is this one of the most, because it's Infernmon and Mecha 3, the 2 Digimon I probably hate the most. I like this area, I do. But in my own opinion, I would much rather fight Megadramon instead of these things. But I guess in a way you can consider this kind of like a dungeon, but I just consider it a whole nother area. I consider it like a whole nother like Station X almost. Or at least, I do. And the damage they do here is quite a jump from what they were doing before. Come on. So yeah, the amount of floors there are here, I guess, are quite a bit. So what we want to do is we want to take out everybody and cross this bridge, which will open up these enemies that we have to take out. And eventually we will have to turn on a switch that'll let us move forward. I want to say there's like 5 or 6 floors, maybe 7. Oh my god. See, this is what I mean. Power down sucks. I hate it. Okay, cool. And we hit this switch, and that square box cube thing will move forward, allowing us to ascend. And what do we find on this platform? Imperial Digimon. But we can only attack if we're on top of this platform. And this is where I guess MP techs come in handy. They will just fire blast at you and spit ice breath at you. And it's just kind of annoying because they're like above ground. But they do drop. They can actually, I think, drop stacks of data that are up to 100. Which is pretty nice. And as well as question mark items. So, moving forward, I don't know how I'm gonna do here, honestly. I do consider 37 to be the minimum level to be able to do this area at. I mean, I have seen a speedrun where someone was like level 32, 34. But I think 37 is just the optimal level because, or not really optimal, the minimum level because you have to equip the Brave Core Y, and that helps a lot. Though, I think, personally, I kind of wish I was at least level 40, 45, 50 if I was lucky. But even that, I think, is overdoing it. Because I have beaten this game before at, I think, 36, 37. But the first time I beat this game, I was like level 42, I think. And I had more than one person with me. So it wasn't that bad. But I think 37 should be the best level if you want to just move forward with the game. Add another question mark item. I probably should have stocked up on some MP discs before I came in here, because those are the other preparations I should have mentioned to do, is to come in with MP discs, and I have none. So I'm going to try to conserve my MP as much as I can. But thankfully recoveries do restore MP as well. So if I do get too low on HP, I'll just pop a recovery. So I think, yeah, honestly, I can never get down how many floors there are of this area. I always think there's only like 5, or I'm almost done, but then all of a sudden, oh look, there's another one, and another one, and another. When does it end? My question is, where are they getting all these Imperial Digimon from? I honestly just might use my Venom on Infernmon just so I can take them out quicker. Before they keep shooting me into oblivion. Thank you, Infernmon. But this place can get pretty long. In honest opinion, it can get very, very annoying. So I think, no, there's still one more. Actually, I don't even know if you can shoot them from up here. No, you can't. Oh, also, I was able to get Giga Dark after leveling up quite a bit. And raising my blast up even higher. Does it really not reach? You know what? There we go. A Red Moon Beam. The Red Moon honestly just looks like a sickle that's used for like farming. Or I guess a hook. Recovery? Yeah! If I can get up to 9 recoveries, that'd be great. Ha! And a Grand Blade E. We're just rolling in these, aren't we? Now, downside about my tech being higher is that it's only going to go up for my next weapon, single-handed weapon, is at 1400 tech. And after that is 1680 or 1600. One of the two. So the single-handed weapons, like their placement in the tech line, I guess, is just super inconvenient. Because you might as well just wait it out for your next dual-wield weapon and just use those. I mean, there are perks as to why you should use a single-handed weapon more, because your speed is higher. Unless you're stabbed. But in terms of the single-handed weapons for Bash, your speed is definitely higher. I think because they're katanas. And also, I forgot to mention this, but the Pain Scimitar, these are not scimitars. These are like just big old blades. These are like Odachis at best. Like scimitars, they have like a curvature to them. Like they're like big old broadswords. Oh look, I got a Brave Core Y. Actually, does it have mods though? It does not. I was kind of hoping to get a Brave Core with mods, but it's whatever. And that was our last floor. And the thing standing between us and the final boss of this area are two Mecha 3. You really thought you could stop me with two little guard doggos? I kind of wish they were like rare king type enemies, but with that, we've now made it to the edge of the mechanical core. So, I think I'm going to check my equipment one last time just to be safe. I want to make sure this is exactly what I want to go in with. Okay. What? Oh, I was... Whoops. Alright. Even though I don't know if I'm fully ready yet, I'm just going to hit a recovery. And let's go into Zone X. Let's do this. The coolest looking color scheme of any of these sections we've done. This is Mecha X, or this guy also known as Craniumon. He has quite a few attacks. His main thing is he will just try to get close and slash you, like that. I don't think you can bind him, and then occasionally he will just spin around and spin until he becomes a ball of explosives, and then blow up. And then, this is his main gimmick. He will summon this thing as well as Mecha 4. You want to take these guys out and keep them away as fast as possible. Otherwise, he'll make copies of himself. And if he makes copies of himself, it's going to make this fight even harder. Also, you do not want to take him out if he has a copy active. If he does, he's going to take over that copy and res himself. Or I guess revive. So you have to take out the copies first, as well as do damage to him. So you want to bring his health down pretty low before taking out the copies. Otherwise, if he's too low, he'll make more copies, and then you'll accidentally KO him, and he'll just take over the copies, having to restart the fight pretty much. So yeah, this fight definitely can be tough. Very fitting for a final boss. Not to mention the fact that this theme goes hard. I'll shut up and let you listen to it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I don't think you can Venom him. He'll try to guard most MP techs, and he will just like make it nullified. Okay, we took one down, so we want to make sure we bring down his HP bar close to almost knocking him out or taking him down. Otherwise, he will revive himself. Okay. He's at red. I want to bring him down just below half of his red HP bar. Not even one hit. I have accidentally KO'd him while he had a copy out. And oh man, it was so annoying because I did not know he rezzed himself when that happened. And it just made things so much more difficult. And right here, I just kind of made the mistake of knocking him out before he was in the stage again. Because now he's gonna summon some more. Can I shoot him from here? Oh, you can. Anyway, now he's done this again. Crap. Now I have to do this all over again. So yeah, this fight can definitely take a while. Not gonna lie. And now I have to just kind of lure his copies away from him while I deal... Or I guess I have to lure him away while I deal with his copies. Otherwise, he will just res himself. And he won't even go up to like maybe like another red bar. He'll go up to a whole, all the way just fully healed. I want to keep myself healed up, otherwise I might just have to Mega Venom them to really go down. Since he can block it, I think this is my best bet. Especially since they can get multiple hits off. And also, we can't leave. We're stuck in here. So it's either we take them down, or they take me down. There's no in between. I'm gonna use a recovery. Ooh, he is almost down. Alright, well that's 2 down. So 1 more. Alright, now we can hit him. And that's it. And for some reason, he's gone into another stage. This fight is nowhere near done. Move forward to Zone X again. Time for fight number 2. I don't know what this guy's name is. I don't know if he has a name, but his main gimmick is putting venom on you. You can't get too close to him, otherwise he will venom you. I highly recommend having 9 Cure Disc because more often than not, his venom won't come off with just 1 Cure Disc. And you can venom him yourself. Thankfully you can block it, but every time he loses a bar of health, eventually he will just release, come on, meteors, and he will end up getting bigger. Those meteors can actually hurt quite a bit, and his range on the venom becomes even higher. And his venom hurts. Like, look at that. Look how many chunks are coming out. And you can't even like just camp on the edge either to like abuse your MP disc or even your shot, because he will occasionally launch out those little spikes on him, what look like to be his arms. So I definitely want to stay healed up for this, because he will just massacre you with venom. And phase 3 of his little doodads. Yeah, his meteors hurt. You saw that right there? I took 600 damage. And the venom doesn't even come off that quickly either. I'm surprised he hasn't done any of his other attacks. Gonna do them or what? Oh, whoa. Whoa, did he heal? He healed. This is what I'm talking about. He has those lights. If they catch you, they will bind you. And if that happens, then I'll show it off. He will release, let it rip, Beyblades! Or at least in my interpretation of Beyblades. And they hurt. But I'm gonna put an end to this right now. Oh, I just realized he healed even more. Come on. With that, he's gone. But we're not done yet, because we still have a whole nother fight to go through. Zone X for the 3rd time. This is it. Final fight. Let's do this. Starting off, you want to make sure you get as close as possible. That lightning can hurt you and it will bind you. If that happens, you are in for one hell of a damage run. His main gimmick is moving side to side and dodging your hits. You can only damage him if you're close, and he will occasionally activate this gate that can hurt you as well. You can block it, and he will just try to step on you. I don't know if he's immune to venom. I think he is. And if you get too close, then he will damage you as well. Your safest bet is just staying under him for as long as possible, but not getting too close or he will hurt you. And just avoiding his other attacks, like his laser attacks, which are also, I think, impacts. But I'm gonna shut up now and try to do as much damage and let you guys listen to this amazing final boss theme. Okay, if you didn't notice, I took 1,000 damage from one of his attacks. And I just took 1,500 from that. So maybe I am underleveled for this. But like I said, it's the minimum. This fight is doable at 37, as I'm showing off right now. Like, I don't intend to die. But I do recommend being at least level 40 and up. Is what I think you're actually supposed to be maybe like 61 at minimum. It sucks because you can't put any debuffs on him either. At least I don't think you can. I could try. Yeah, he's like the size of the entire arena. And if he comes around and hits you, then you're taking a lot of damage, or he pokes you like that. But I do want to keep hitting him. As a kid, one of my quote-unquote strats that I tried giving my older brother for this was actually, why don't we just all equip Dino Tooths and go to the side of him and just start poking him to death? I was 8, I don't know what I was talking about. Gotta make lighthearted jokes when I'm facing this thing who's trying to take over everybody with a program that makes no sense. Come on. Yeah, those are doing 600 damage. I don't even think you can see him actually. Are you serious? Then he's blocking almost all of my hits, which makes this fight even worse. You can dodge that wall by just going around, by just letting it follow you, but if you can block it, might as well block it. If you're wondering why I'm healing after every hit, is because I don't want to accidentally get one-shotted by his different attacks, especially the one where he transforms into what looks like to be a motorcycle and or a rocket ship. Then if I accidentally get bound by his lightning, then I guess you can say it's paralyzed almost. If I get bound by it, then I'm definitely probably gonna go down. And if I do, I have to go through that whole area again. Because if you notice, there wasn't a single security gate on the way up here. It's you either win or you die going up here and you have to go do it all over again. But I definitely try to stay healed up during this fight, because he's almost down. And then those little dark balls, those chase you and they do so much damage. It's funny because while I was also, during that same fight, we actually brought one of our other siblings' accounts on here, who was only, or not account, their profile, and they were only like level 8, and we brought them in here. He got shot by Craniumon and he just went down with one hit. It was hilarious. We were like, he'll do something, he could probably burn them, and he just went down. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. We're like, oh, come on, go get him. Gets shot. Oh no. It's almost done. You know what? I'll finish him with a charge attack. Or not. I lied. it's over. As per usual, 4 items at the end of every boss fight. Hecatoncheer B, a Crusher B, Blaster Gun A, and a Crusher A. Let's head to the main lobby. And that was Digimon World 4. A game that I personally love. Probably because of the nostalgia it gives me, because I played it as a kid, and it was the game that I had the most time played on. I do like it, but I will contest that this game does have issues. Don't get me wrong, I love this game, but I guess you can say the gameplay does get kind of stale because it's just hack and slash, back away, heal, and just go ahead and hit them. But in its defense, if you decide to grind out your tech and you're able to get your tech to the highest level, you can just abuse MP techs, and those are fun to use instead of just hacking away and slashing away. And all the Digimon going up that you see right now, we are able to get them, and I will go over those. But for now, I guess this game does have its moments where it's good and where it's bad. I do think that typo in the blunt is probably its biggest issue, because it makes it seem like the bash specialist gets a lot of weapons when it doesn't. Not to mention the fact that the game doesn't even tell you how to get the other MP techs either. You just have to raise them and just see what happens. You could go through this whole game and never get those techs either, unless you went out of your way to just keep shooting something with your ice, or fire, or bolt. And honestly, I think this game might have been rushed at some point, because for a typo that bad to be in the game, I think it was rushed. But with that, I think I'll leave everybody with the awesome appearance of that black Digimon right there. Next time on Digimon World 4, we're gonna see what goes on in the aftergame. So, I guess I'll go save it, and I'll see you guys then.